Originally, this was 24 Emily Place. It's now 709 Emily Place. This is the house, the girl's bedroom. And that door enters what was then the living room, I suppose still is. In fact, we had a garage originally right at the end of this driveway. That has since been removed. Apartment built next door is still there. I believe the fig tree is still in the back here. Grown up a bit, but still there. This was my bedroom the night before Ruth and I were married. I came and spent the night, and Ms. Thomas put me on the porch out here. This narrow driveway is where Edwin developed his rather tremendous skills of backing and maneuvering a car. You had to keep it straight coming out of there. 764 Charlotte Place, their familiar address for a few years here, not only when we owned this house, but when we rented it for a good number of years and eventually sold it to Mrs. Gilbert, who passed away a few years ago. The man who now owns it was turned over to him at the time of her death. It's a duplex, similar floor plan upstairs and downstairs, 5 rooms on each level, daylight basement, and an attic large enough that you can walk up a permanent stairway and stand in the attic. I remember telling Kermit about this house. Of course, he never saw it. He was just a little fellow at the time. But I said, you start out in the basement, in the attic, and you can walk down the stairs, and then you walk down another stairs, and you're in the first floor part, and then you walk down another stairs into the basement. And he said, yeah, and I guess you walk down out of that and go to China, don't you? The entrance to the upstairs portion, the idea being here that these could be completely separate, and 2 families could live here without disturbing each other, going back and forth. There was, in fact, a little bit of noise from the upstairs if people had heavy boots on, because the floor was not that well insulated. Ruth and I were transferred from here just not many months after we bought this house, and eventually wound up in Athens, and we rented this out until we sold it in 1963. The garage has been removed, but there was a concrete block garage, never finished, right at the back of this lot. And from this point, it's quite an incline from here down the hill there. From this point, the girls rolled down in the car. It went out of control one day when they were playing in the car. I was upstairs painting up in the upstairs area, and I saw the car go rolling down this incline and into the side of the garage. Both girls were inside, although Lee had been playing outside just a few minutes before. Her guardian angel got her in just in time. Nobody was hurt. The garage, as I said, was eventually torn down anyway. On construction here, all the way from the chimney to the various parts of the house which were solidly made. The Treadaways built this home for himself and for his mother and daddy. The house next door was built on a 50-foot lot, and the reason I know the dimensions of this, 50 by 175 feet, is that we originally bought this lot to build a house similar to this, but decided to sell it at a profit. We had bought it for $600. We sold it for $1,000. It's an ideal building lot. Drops off in the back, giving the space for a daylight basement. So the street's not the same as it was. The house isn't the same as it was, but neither are we. This is what was then the Center Hill Baptist Church. It's now the First Corinth Missionary Baptist Church. Same building. They have added on in the back, but same exterior here in the front. Same brickwork and so forth. Same railing. This is where Ruth and I were married in 1945. And they said later that I must have been extremely nervous because my leg was shaking like this. But the truth of the matter is I was standing in a strain and I couldn't get relaxed, you see, and that's why it kept quivering like that. Many fond memories of this church. First year I was out of service, had an opportunity to serve as their Vacation Bible School director. The response of those children thrilled my heart. I tell you, I've never spent a more enjoyable week. Inside these stone walls, inside this window, in fact, I believe, there's a classroom where we were in training union one night, and they were going to make a picture of the group. We still have that picture somewhere in our still picture collection. The photographer got ready and realized that the light hanging down from the ceiling, just a single bulb, was going to make a blur or something in his picture. He said, "Will someone turn off that light?" We looked around, there was no switch on the wall. I realized it was a brass fixture, a brass lamp holder, and I could unscrew that bulb. And so I said, "I'll take care of that," and I reached up with my left hand, took hold of that brass. It was hot. It was electrically hot, because we were standing on a concrete block on a cement floor, and it shocked me to the very toes, but I managed to hold on long enough to get that bulb unscrewed, and we made the picture. He snapped it immediately, and I think if you could see the picture, you'd agree that I had a shocked expression on my face. Space for classrooms added back here. I think that was before Center Hill left. Now this black church, the Corinth Baptist Church, is enjoying this facility.
This is Evan Westbrook Parker.
Evan Westbrook Parker. E.W. Parker. Lane hasn't changed that much.
No.
Getting a lot older.
A little bit.
Yeah, age is creeping in on all of us. Ed, you've enjoyed your house out here, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. It's beautiful area. Really quiet on this dead end street.
It is quiet, yeah.
Say something.
Feel young.
You feel young.
Yeah, I tell you, his beard really makes him look distinguished.
Really?
I thought it was a professor when I first came in.
I forgot my glass.
I didn't look at it closely.
I don't think you'd let her wear it.
Philip. You tell him hi?
Hello, Philip. What is that outfit? Is he in camouflage?
He's in camouflage. I'm ready to stick him in the woods.
Here, incognito.
Uncle Reed's
He's really not standing there,
I
right?
tell you, he's got to be a big boy.
Uncle Reed's for work.
Oh, yeah. I weighed him this morning before I bathed him. He's a full 52 or 53 pounds.
Hey, man, look at it.
At it.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah. There were these guys posing for a lineup, and they were accused of bank robbery.
No, I'm not looking.
The instruction was each one was to step forward and say,
You did it.
"This is a holdup, give me your money." First two obeyed the instructions perfectly. Third guy hesitated. They said, "Your turn." He said, "That's not exactly what I said."
Just change it to two strands and just change it, swap it one and really change it. Looks really
She was so, she didn't have a chair when I saw her. The last time, well, but it's always
Okay. Yeah, you go on with green. Hey, Kyle. He's going with green.
This is it. I told her she used to.
It looks mighty good. Film there, aren't you?
Yeah,
Get off
Dot,
the fan.
Dot likes this pose better than the day that I photographed you walking to the car. Remember that?
Oh, this. This family just kept growing, didn't it? Sure did. I stopped to count them one night and it seemed like it was about 40.
I need to just make them more convenient. I guess we just take them out.
Are you, where are you going? Is everything going to be?
Here, things don't be getting good. Yeah.
I went to work for Pactel. Yeah, my territory now, everything in Marietta on this side of Cop Parkway, I got Dallas, I got Powder Springs. I don't have Austell Mabel. I'm banging on the growth out there. Isn't there a lot of growth towards Paulding County from here? Beginning to grow.
I think you get to slow down a little bit right now.
Not that far off. What we're doing.
Is it really?
Just people are scared right now.
Man, have a sitting room and we have a nice
But it's
bed.
still
Yeah,
going.
first of all,
I'm agree
put me
with
a door in mine.
I'm
Like
fine.
when we get out that way.
See my pond.
We're gonna have to come off. And in the middle, I'm gonna have a gazebo. It's gonna be covered walkway, 6 foot wide. And I'm gonna pipe water out there.
See, my barn and everything is down here. I've got water, electricity, and everything down here.
I'm gonna have a, well, you, that's good. You split your sheet.
So he just think
Two
I
doors.
just do it.
Go ahead, go ahead. Then you walk in.
That's gonna
Terrible.
But she and a friend rode today.
You're taking black, cream and sugar, whichever.
Yeah, we had video. And we put ourselves out in the market, and now we just took the picture.
Oh, yeah, but, oh,
Well, I'm afraid they're gonna come back.
come on.
What? This way.
Know what kind of frame we're in.
Yeah, slides.
Pull his pants leg down.
When I'm at 9 million, the frame is 29.
We had more fun the other night. All the other guys playing. We just got the two rooms. He's got a little. The other.
That change.
We got the, what amounted to,
Jimmy,
discount.
Call him like it's you.
Yeah. Did you find you something you like?
hired a guy who's
His crowd really liked it.
independent.
She was telling everybody that day about him coming out.
Do you really? That's good. I'm glad to know you like them.
You can tell these is on a diet.
Doug got me in. So I scratched it out.
10:30. Yeah, 30.
Did you have any breakfast?
10. Oh, I like that's my kind of sleeping.
I made it till 6. And
What time did your mother
You
get?
and Jimmy,
I
honestly.
Yesterday I got at 5:30, but I had gone to bed at 1:30.
Well, he has had so
We
much to
stayed
do
up and
this
watched the
week.
movie the night before.
Danny, we stand for trouble.
It's a wonder he can still stand up.
Well, come on.
How far are y'all from your house now? Where is it?
No, we're going to spend the night. We just got out and called.
Maybe more than 6.
The red.
Don't shoot.
In a summer.